Yes, time for another Lasius Niger update. In this video I will be showing my old and newer Lasius Niger colonies and show you their progress in the last couple of months. Since a lot of you are new here and might not have seen all my videos about the Lasius Niger colonies, I will give you a little update. Starting off with my oldest colony I own. I caught this queen in the summer of 2019. Due to some issues, she lost almost all her workers after the first hibernation. This was very sad, and to help the queen I decided to brood boost this colony. If you are interested about the brood boosting thing, then check out my first video. Link in the top right corner. Even though I brood boosted this colony, progress was very slow. And now, 1 year later, only one new generation of workers ever hatched. Watch this video till the end to see how I dealt with that problem. Moving on to my other newer Lasius Niger colonies. 3 in total. I only caught 3 because I did not need that many Lasius Niger colonies. Back then I did not have a shop, so I'm kind of regretting that decision. These colonies are doing great, more than great. Since I caught them, I gained a lot of knowledge about the ants, and I now know how to take proper care of them. Before hibernation, they all had a very nice worker count. I fed them a lot, which always helps. Talking about feeding, I found that fruit flies are just the best food source for my Lasius Niger colony. They always accept them and leave not too much waste behind. My colonies also accept frozen fruit flies, but not all colonies do, so test out this theory yourself. I always try to feed my insects pre-killed. It does not work out every time though. Sometimes I think they are dead, but in a test tube they magically come back to life. For Lasius Niger colonies, this isn't too bad. But I don't want to try it out on some species that are more susceptible to stress. For sugars, I feed them this ant nectar from Wakushi. I have this bottle for over a year now and it's only half empty. I feed 14 colonies with this stuff, so it will last you a while. That is, if you have smaller colonies of course. I rarely feed them honey. The ants in my opinion don't like it that much. Maybe I have the wrong honey, that could also be a thing. I heard a lot of myths and ideas about diluting honey. I heard it's bad for the ants, and that the ants can't drink honey because it's too thick of a substance. Please explain to me in the comments if diluting honey is a good or bad thing. My plan for these 3 test tube colonies is to move them into my own small nests. Mainly to test them and to see how the colony progresses in these nests. I received a picture of my good friend Reno that is currently housing a 150 worker colony in the small nest. It looks so beautiful and I can't wait to see my ants flourish inside these nests. For Lasius Niger, I think 200 workers is the maximum amount this small nest can hold. So hopefully when these colonies reach 50 to 70 workers, I can move them into the small nests. Then they can stay in the nest for at least a year before they need an upgrade. If you see how many eggs, larvae and pupae these colonies have, I think within a month I can move them. Boy oh boy, am I excited to make that video. If you want to be updated sooner, go follow me on Instagram where I do daily story posts about my ants and other ant related things. Alright, let's move on to my other Lasius Niger colony. This colony has been in a Wakushi setup for quite some time. As you guys know, I love Wakushi. However, this queen module that they were housed in was, well, bad. In my experience, the ants were not feeling optimal inside this nest and hydrating the nest was a giant pain. So after I moved out my Fedoli from the new S2 queen module, I thought it would be great to give this Lasius Niger colony an upgrade. Connecting the new module was easy. The connection system works and I don't have any complaints about this. Only thing is that you have to move and touch the whole setup in order to connect or disconnect the module. This can cause a lot of vibrations and stress for the ants, so always keep that in mind. I hydrated the module, which is a lot easier than the older versions. even though I have seen multiple cases of people flooding these modules, and yes, it happened to me as well. Best tip I can give you is to hydrate slowly, very slowly. For this colony I do around 1 ml a week. If you want to be safe, you can do 0.5 ml on a Wednesday and the other half on a Sunday. This minimizes the risk of flooding. Same principle I use on the other nests that need hydration. After they moved, I was very busy, so I let the old module attached, since I don't need it elsewhere. Something funny happened. The ants were using this nest as a satellite nest, which I thought was weird for such a small colony. For the record, this nest was completely dry and not covered by a red shield. They moved a lot of eggs of all stages in and out of the nest. Can someone explain this behavior to me? Thanks. I can tell that the queen is much happier in the new nest. I know this because she laid a ton of new eggs a week after they moved in. Nests do make a difference, so it seems. It would be kinda funny if my test tube colonies outgrow this colony. We will see. I'm planning to heat this colony and all my other ants, but that's a project for another time. Yes, I said project, because my whole room needs to have a makeover in order to heat the ants. Whoops. After a couple of weeks, I decided to disconnect the old module. Let me tell you, this wasn't easy. It was very stuck, and the amount of force I had to put in to remove it, yikes. The ants were super stressed, so I put them back on the shelf and stopped disturbing them. And that brings us to the end of this video. As always, I want to thank you for watching this video. Since I love ants so much, you can enjoy a few minutes of music combined with some nice shots I took of the ants. Let me know in the comments if you keep Lasius Niger and what is the thing you like about them most. Thanks for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.